Quinn and Cantera.
On the phone from Martin Harding and Mazzotti, filling in for Paul Harding, who I think is either at a seminar or hosting a lecture or on vacation.
He's got his own Tony Robbins thing where he's got people walking through coals somewhere up in the Adirondacks or something.
Filling in for Paul is Chas Farcher. How are you, Chas?
Good morning, guys. How you doing?
Have you walked on those coals for Paul?
I do whatever I can to just affirm whatever I can.
Hey, listen, we got some really important stuff to get to, so let's get right into it. What do we expect out of the Giants preseason game tomorrow night?
An absolute win, only to end in another Super Bowl against the Patriots, where they take a third one out of their jaws.
That's what I thought.
I follow the Giants. I don't follow them a lot during preseason. Is Coughlin like Belichick? Do the guys not play very much at all in preseason, the starters?
No, I don't think this. They usually play the first quarter, the first half. Get them warmed up, get them going, see what we're dealing with. But then after that, they throw in all the second stringers.
You got to do that for the fans, though, anyways, right?
That's just it. Boost ticket sales. Not that the Giants need the Patriots.
The thing that pisses off Patriots fans is, because you have to buy, in order to buy season tickets, you have to buy preseason tickets. At least this is how it is in Foxborough.
Yeah.
And so it's mandatory you buy the tickets. So you go to the preseason game, and Belichick in Game 4 won't play one starter 1 second.
Right.
So
which makes sense.
I'm thinking about bringing up a lawsuit against Belichick, but that's for further down the line.
Do they charge less for the tickets? No. They charge the same amount.
I would love to sue Belichick on principle alone, so if you need help, let me know.
Take it easy.
Yeah, he is a lawyer over here. You might be able to help him out with that.
So a couple of interesting things. We just read about USA women's soccer goalie Hope Solo, who's going to be a guest next week on the show, was conceived in prison during a conjugal visit.
Yeah.
And then Quinn showed me this story yesterday.
Yeah, have you seen this Jala, the Jala Vanderhorst guy? He was the dude who literally was in a street or a backyard fight with this other guy and stabbed him in the heart and then ran away, and now he's getting 20 plus 25 years or something like that.
But right before his sentencing, Chaz, right before his sentencing, they bring in his sweetheart and they get married.
Yeah, he hitches him up because it's the only way, evidently, that you can have conjugal visits for the next 20, 25 years is if you're married. Is that true? You can't have girlfriends come in?
Well, I think it's different for each correctional facility. The way the rules and regulations they run each facility is different, depending upon the defendant and each one of their locations. But honestly, I don't know the answer to that. That's a good question.
See, what I'd
probably
like to
something I should figure out in case, God forbid, I ever find myself in that situation.
I would like to offer my services to the women's facilities.
Would you?
Well, if they're some of these ladies maybe they didn't get lucky enough to get themselves a husband before committing their murders or crimes, I'd offer myself a little conjugal Quinn. But you got to.
The love you find in prison, I don't know if it's the love you're looking for.
Oh,
Quinn.
yeah, it is. It's the one I can get away from easily.
No, that's true.
So we just thought that was bizarre. I mean, I guess it's good, good timing on his part. But he's just about to go into the clink, and then they bring in this 17-year-old girl, or whoever she is, to marry him. We just found that really bizarre.
Yeah. It's crazy, and unfortunately, it's a tragic story. You ruin not only one teenager's life, but two now. And that's what happens when you have a case like this. You're right, backyard stabbing.
I have a question about his buddy who was sentenced to 20 years. Now, his buddy was an accomplice. He was sentenced to second-degree manslaughter. Now, because during the fight, his buddy was sort of blocking the guy that he stabbed. You know what I mean? Like he was behind the guy, so he wouldn't let the guy go. So this Jala Vanderhorst guy could then get in there and stab him. It's amazing to me that he gets 20 years for doing that in a street fight, though.
Yeah, when you're considered an accomplice to a crime, you're as equally as guilty as the party who commits the crime. It's the same way as being a getaway driver for a bank robbery. Even if you don't necessarily go inside, you acted in concert and party, you are equally as guilty. So they determined that this kid's friend, the accomplice there, was a part of the action, therefore, carries the same culpability. His sentence was a little bit less. I think he got 21 years, and I think Jala got 25, so it reflects a little bit in the sentencing, but, still tragic.
The other thing is, and we'll keep an eye on this because we don't know a whole lot of details, but the shooter in Wisconsin on Sunday, I heard yesterday his girlfriend had been arrested, or his ex-girlfriend
she was arrested, I think, because she had a weapon on her, and she was a convicted felon. You're not allowed to have. She's since been released.
There's no shortage of things to talk about when it comes to the law.
I have one.
Tragic scene lately with all the shootings. Where's all the good news to talk about?
Where is all the good news?
I was in Vermont this past weekend, Chaz, and my buddy tells me Vermont's got like the least strict gun carry law. Like you don't even. You just show up. There's no like waiting period. You just fill out a form and you get your gun and you can keep it on. You can literally take it from the store, put it in your belt behind your back, and walk out. Do you know anything about that?
That's because they got more bobcats than bears. So you got to protect yourself. They give the guns away.
Now, if I wanted to go to Vermont and get myself a gun, can I then do that and then bring it over here to New York?
You got to have a pistol permit in New York to carry a pistol around. And I think there are some other even less restrictive states, such as Colorado, where the shootings took place. There's a conceal and carry state. There you go, get yourself a gun. Conceal it and carry it around anywhere you want, with the exception of private establishments that forbid it. But in New York, you got to have a pistol permit if you're carrying a pistol around.
And do you have to have a driver's license to get that pistol permit, or do I have to get a new New York driver's license? I'm putting you on the spot, but I'm in the market for a gun, man. I want some protection. Seriously.
The application process in New York is pretty involved.
Yeah.
You got to go through a background check to get a pistol permit. I mean, it includes identification. Whether or not it requires an actual driver's license, I'm not sure. But
does it require a visit to the psychiatrist?
Well, I got that in the bag. I got plenty of those.
I'll tell you what it does require. It requires a couple people to vouch for your good nature, goodwill, and sanity. So I don't know if you'll get that. That might be a difficulty you got to get over.
It's Chas Farcher from Martin Harding and Mazzotti. Reach out to him at 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010. Thanks for filling in this week. It's nice talking to you, Chaz.
Hey, thanks a lot, guys, and go Giants.